If you want to change something, it must be here. It is not here, so how can you change it? Past cannot be fixed. Present can only be experienced. Future can be crafted. For this to happen,
so many people feel compulsions to be a certain way, act a certain way, do things a certain way, based on memory, based on their blueprint. And you talk about even, some of this being passed down. They gave the study with, I think it was with the mice, where they put the cherry blossom smell and then they shocked them. And after a while, most people know you smell the cherry blossom smell and they go into aversion. But what was really interesting is the next generation that didn't have the experience still had it in their body. How do we transform that or compulsion? I know you talk about the importance of that pause. Can you address that a little bit?
see, the genetic compulsions are there in all of us. This a whole lot of people can observe in their lives. When they were 18, 20 years of age, they rebelled and they looked at their mother or father and said, I'm not going to be like you, I'm going to be something else. But the time they become 40, 45, they speak like their parents, they walk like their parents, they sit and stand like their parents. It's happening to a whole lot of people because the genetic compulsions will take over. This is why making a little bit of distance between you and your bag of karma is very needed. When I say you and your bag of karma, see, karma is a very good thing. Without it, you won't exist. Without karma, without all this memory, you can't be in existence. Your individual existence is only because of the memory that you carry, either in a conscious or unconscious form. Because there is memory, you are a human being. Because there is memory, you are a man or a woman. Because there is memory, you are so many things that you are in your life. If there is no memory, none of these things would exist. So karma should not be understood as a burden. It is from the past. Generally, if you observe the existence, if you observe the nature, see, let us say, I'll take a cruel example because this is not a good time to choose this example, but I'm choosing this. Or let me take a… why am I walking into trouble all the time? I have this propensity of taking the most extreme example. Let us say there is a mango, so sweet and wonderful. But once its time passes, it rots. So is a human being. Right now, there may be some human being here so wonderful, but once they have passed, it rots. Now, should you get rid of it? No, you should allow it to rot, because the rotting process is about converting filth into manure. Manure, if properly used, will become flower, fragrance and fruit. Will you transform this manure of the past? Will you transform your karma into manure and in turn flower, fragrance and fruit? Or will you carry the filth on your face that this is my past, so I'll carry it on my face? This is the choice that everybody has. Whatever is there within us, not all of it is ours. There are generations of people who have contributed to who we are right now. Now, they did right, they did wrong, it doesn't matter. How will you use it right now? This freedom you have. You cannot change the past, because that is why it is past and you cannot change it because it is not here. If you want to change something, it must be here. It is not here, so how can you change it? Past cannot be fixed. Present can only be experienced. Future can be crafted. For this to happen, you need a little distance from what is you and what is your karma. So where is your karma? How are you carrying your karma? Well, this body is the bag which is carrying this karma in the form of memory, evolutionary memory, genetic memory, every kind of memory, everything is in this body. If you just learn to live here with a little space between you and your body, you will see karma is not at all a problem. Karma is a great wealth. If you know how to put your hand into the bag and pick up what you want from this is wealth. but the bag is leaky, it is always smearing your face with all that is past, then it is very painful. It is about how we… in what condition we keep the bag and how we carry the bag.
And you talked also, just for a second, about the idea of pausing though.
Yes.
You got a compulsion to do something, a short pause that goes to a longer pause. Could you address that? Because I think people are looking for what… if karma is action, and that's the little definition, what can I do right now to shift that karma by breaking from that past, by taking that pause? How do you coach people to do that?
So the simple thing is this: identify what are all the survival instincts within us and which play up anyway. Now, I feel hunger, I must eat. The need for food, sleep, sexuality, and various other things that people may gather, essentially these three are survival instincts. Survival of the individual, survival of the species. That is, these are the instincts which drive that. All these instincts of survival, if you just conduct it little consciously, to give that time for consciousness, to act consciously, whatever it is, any of these requirements of the body, if you just wait for 2 minutes. You want to eat right now, very hungry, just look at your food, maybe close your eyes, don't find distractions of prayer and something else, that is not going to help. Just, food is here, you appreciate it's here, but you just wait for a minute or two. You will see your instincts will lose power over you. You can manage your instincts consciously. This must happen. Otherwise, if we instinctively react to everything, we will go back in evolutionary scale and become like every other creature, because all of them live by their biological instincts. If we also live like that, maybe there is a sense of power to that, but it is a limited manifestation. The whole evolutionary process was about moving you from the limited manifestation of being some creature to a conscious being. This is what the evolutionary process is about. Now that we are there as human beings, falling back may look attractive for those who do not know how to handle their own cerebral activity. Right now, one thing, only one thing that human beings are suffering is their own cerebral activity. If they had the brain of an earthworm, they would be quite happy, I believe.